Hey YouTube, this is Dakota back again. This is my first official Homebrew Wednesday on YouTube, so pretty excited. Drinking on a Shipyard Pumpkin Head. Pretty good pumpkin beer, not the best. I don't think it's comparable to like their smashed pumpkin or like pumpkin stuff like that. But this is a really good session. It's a sessionable pumpkin beer versus all the other ones with the higher ABV. But anyway, back to Homebrew Wednesday. Finally brewed on Saturday. This last Saturday. It feels like I haven't brewed for quite a while since then. Everything went pretty smooth. It went smoother than what I expected. There were a few mishaps. When I was getting ready to check the OG, the original gravity, my hydrometer rolled off the table and shattered. So no original gravity. I won't know what the percent is on this one, but when I put into it, I put in a calculation on the internet. I think it was coming out to like 5.8, like to 6%. So typical pale ale, nothing too strong, but a little bit stronger. So yeah, so the hydrometer broke, and I did it back home. Used my kegel that I made for the first time. Everything went really great with that. Really happy with it. But when I was lifting the garage door up, because I did it in our garage with the turkey fryer and everything, the garage door came off the hinges on the top. It's like, oh great, this is how it's gonna be. But it's fine, everything's fixed. But it's like, this is how it's gonna be. It's gonna be a hectic day, a long day. But yeah, everything went out really good. I took one of my buddies back home with me and my girlfriend to help me brew. First time they brewed, I thought it was kind of interesting to see everything that went into it, all the processes and stuff like that. So, I was glad to show them, and I really had a good time because I haven't brewed for a while. I'm pretty excited to see how it's going to turn out. It's fermenting away right now, right underneath this actually. I'll show you guys here in a minute. But I wrote down in my book here what I actually got the ingredients here at a local homebrew shop. See what I actually used, give you guys kind of feel what it's going to turn out like. I used 6 pounds of DME, the light, 1 pound crushed crystal 20, and I steeped that for, about half an hour. Yeah, I didn't write that down, but I'm pretty sure I steeped that for like half an hour at about 150, 155. Started off with 6 gallons, and anyway, it boiled down to just a tad bit over 5. So, yeah. And I used 1056 Y yeast. First time using a smack pack too, so this brew day was kind of a little bit of everything. I smacked it. It was probably about 3.5 hours before I pitched it. This thing was, completely swelled up. I actually thought it was gonna burst, but everything went fine. Also, hops I used 1 ounce of Chinook. I used that for the bittering. I wanted to use Simcoe, but the homebrew shop didn't have any in stock, so I figured Chinook could be okay for bittering. Not pretty bitter. I can't remember what the alpha acids were. I threw the package away, but yeah, I used that for bittering. Then I used 2 ounces of Citra, 1 for the aroma, and then for the flavor. I still have 1 ounce of Citra here. It has an alpha acid of 3.9. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna dry hop it. I'm going to leave it in primary for 10 days. It's still fermenting right now. And then I'm going to put it in secondary for probably 5 to 7 days. I haven't really decided yet. I'm thinking 5 because I watched this documentary on Russian River, and they like to dry hop for 5 days. So I'm thinking about doing that, and I don't know if you guys, I don't know what you guys do, if you just put the hops into the secondary and then put the wort on top of it, or if you actually use a mesh bag. I picked this up at again, I just picked everything up at my homebrew shop, but it's really fine mesh bag. So I was thinking about putting the hops in here, then tying it off, putting this in the carboy, and then slicing it off on top of that. Let me know what you guys do, if it makes a big difference, if you guys use a mesh bag before, if you just put them in, just the pellets itself, and then just siphon off from them. If it makes a big difference or not, let me know, because I'll be looking into doing that. And all the other stuff I got was just some equipment, just grain bags, like Warflock tablets. Also the first time I used those. I used to use Irish moss for my past 7 batches or so, and I figured the Warflock tablets were $2 for 10 of them, and it's already pre-measured. I don't have to measure anything out, just throw those bad boys in. So see how that works out. Also, in this I picked up the mesh bag and then some more caps and stuff like that. Nothing too major. We had a few things down here. Yeah, brew day probably took about 4 hours. Not too bad, knowing a few things like with the garage door and everything that went wrong. Yeah, it was a pretty good brew day. I was glad I got to it, and it's been a while since I brewed, and I'm really excited for this one to turn out. I really like the Citra. I had a Zombie Dust, probably not even a week ago. I finished off the 6-pack I had, and I'm really trying to go for that. I know it's gonna be vaguely different, but give it a shot. But I'll show you guys how the fermentation's going so far. It's just literally right underneath me. So here it is. Let's see, I got a little thermostat on here. It's currently at about 66. Sometimes it creaks up to 68. It's a little cooler in here, obviously, but that's fine with me. We'll go down here and see if you guys can actually see. I don't know if the camera will focus or not, but it's slowly bubbling still on the blow-off tube. I'm probably going to switch it tomorrow to an airlock because it's not going as vigorous as it was. Actually, another mishap I had a blow-off. Let me get back up here quick. I had the lid blew off actually. The second night so it would be Monday night, the lid blew off. The airlock got clogged overnight, and woke up to a big boof. The lid was laying out. I had it in a closet. It was laid out in the bedroom. So I was like, oh great. I cleaned the airlock out. Actually, I put a different airlock on it. Put a three-piece airlock on it, and that clogged within it was like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to put a blow-off tube on it, and that was going crazy. I had the bottle, the gallon jar you just seen, filled halfway, and the star sand was coming way out of the jar, so it was fermenting like crazy. So hopefully it's probably done. It'll slow down by tomorrow. I'm gonna put the airlock on. So I mean that's the majority of everything. I will be, like I said, in 10 days total, so probably about, I think it's another 7 days from today. Yeah, another 7 days from today, or 6 days. I will be siphoning that off and putting it in the carboy for secondary and dry hopping it for about 5 days, 7 days. But yeah, that's it guys for my first Homebrew Wednesday. Let me know what you guys do with dry hopping, if you guys just put hop pellets in and just siphon off of it, or if you do use mesh bags of some sort or something like that. Just let me know what you guys use or what your personal preferences. And it's my first time dry hopping also, so it's trying to get into it, and just let me know what you guys think. The experience helps. So but thanks for watching guys. Subscribe, like, comment below. Thanks for viewing, and we'll see you guys next time. See ya.